Hi, boys and girls. Here we are outside again. We're getting so lucky with these beautiful days. You know, in the summertime, it always makes me think about the creepy, crawly insects that are all around. We're so curious to see what they're doing. And I found some very interesting facts about fireflies in our little devotion book that I thought I'd share with you. It's called Light It Up. Nothing says summertime like catching the flashing fireflies on a warm night. You might know them as lightning bugs. That's what I usually call them too. They're actually beetles. They're from the beetle family because there are so many different species. Now, lightning bugs always shine their light, but they have different colors. There's yellow, green, or orange. And each of the 2,000 different kinds, 2,000 species, have their own little pattern for flashing. It helps members of the same species to recognize each other. Did you realize that they would belong to a different group and know which group they belong to? Well, the way they make that light, it's a chemical reaction, and it's inside the firefly that makes the light. That's how they do it. But why? Well, why do fireflies shine? Well, the guy fireflies do the shining, and they do it to catch the attention of the lady fireflies, who are attracted to their light. Now, something about things that light up in the darkness make you want to get a closer look. That's why Jesus tells us, shine your light. Let it shine. Of course, our light doesn't shine because of a chemical reaction. It comes from God's Holy Spirit. So, Lord, teach me to light up this world with everything I say and I do. Now, I always am very interested in watching those lightning bugs light up. My next favorite, ladybugs. I love ladybugs. And our special story today was written by an author that's related to Fran Varner. She is one of the members here at Church of the Holy Spirit. And her cousin Carolyn lives in Texas, very, very far away. But Fran told me that her cousin has loved writing since she was a little girl. So she showed me the book that she wrote, and I thought you might like it since it's about a ladybug's garden party. Now, usually when you go to a garden party, it's very fancy. You might wear a special hat, and you'd be outside, of course, where it would be beautiful. There'd be flowers. And so, Lana Ladybug is going to have a garden party. I love parties, don't you? I love sleepover parties, birthday parties, any kind of party. But today it is a garden party. And it's written by Carolyn Cerullo Tollerston. Let's see what happens at this special party. Lana Ladybug loved to garden and entertain her friends. One day, she decided to have an evening garden party. She sat down and made a list of friends to invite, and then she planned the menu. Purple nectar punch, bright green rose leaves filled with aphids. Oh, ladybugs love those aphids. A tiny insect that ladybugs adore, a variety of small insects for dessert, and a wedge of cheese for Max the mouse. Mice do love cheese, don't they? Look at, she's busy doing the invitations. I bet you've done invitations when you were going to have a special party. After Lana Ladybug finished her party list, she flew next door to visit her neighbor, Max, and invited him to her garden party. Max was busy painting his house, but he promised he would try to come to the party. There's his house. He's busy painting it. He's got his paintbrush. You are invited to Lana Ladybug's garden party. What a beautiful invitation. When Lana Ladybug's friends opened their invitations to the garden party, they fluttered their red wings. A garden party given by Lana Ladybug was a very, very special event. Oh, I bet they're getting excited as they open their invitations. Lola and Lily, sister ladybugs, rode to the garden party in a yellow bug-mobile. They were the first guests to arrive. Do you see their little bug-mobile? How cute is that? Next came Lulu Ladybug, Lara Ladybug, and LaRue Ladybug. They were all wearing green gloves and green hats. Can you see their green hats and their green gloves? They're all set. Lana Ladybug greeted all of her guests with a hug. "Welcome to my garden party," she said. Lana led her guests to her garden. A fern archway formed at the garden's entry, and the sweet smell of jasmine filled the evening air. She's thought of everything, hasn't she, to make it so beautiful? Fireflies lit the mossy pathway that felt so soft on her guests' feet. "I feel like I'm in a wonderland," said Lola Ladybug. Look how beautiful that is out in her garden. I'd love to go to that party. Lana Ladybug led her guests into the garden where she had set baby Bella mushrooms as tables and soft round peas as chairs. Do you see the little mushroom tables? And look at the little peas. Those are the chairs they're going to sit on. Each table had a vase of flowers and was lit by a baby firefly hovering inside a jar. Lana Ladybug's guests were delighted. Do you see the little jars with the little baby ladybugs? And the fireflies and the little pea seeds? How cute. The guests sat down at the mushroom tables while Lana brought out the meal that she had prepared. "This is a feast for royalty," exclaimed Lara Ladybug. On a nearby table, 3 crickets were rubbing their wings together to make some soothing music. I hear birds making our soothing music today. Suddenly, a praying mantis, an enemy of ladybugs, leaped into the garden and tried to capture Lana. Just as the praying mantis was about to grab Lana Ladybug, Max carried her to safety and dragged the praying mantis away. All the other ladybugs rushed to Lana, and they thanked Max for saving them all. Good thing Max the mouse was there. After thanking Max, Lana Ladybug and her guests ate and listened to the music until it was time to leave. Lana's friends thanked her for such an elegant party, and they all agreed this was the best garden party ever, and one they would never forget. There's our author. And she wrote about writing and how much she loves creating stories for children. I hope you enjoyed her story. I'll bet she'll be very surprised when she hears that we read it. And now that we've talked about ladybugs, and we've talked about fireflies, or lightning bugs, whichever one you'd like to call them, remember to share your light and your good deeds and love with everyone, with everything that you do and you say. And until next week, boys and girls, I'll be watching for your light and good deeds. You take care now. Bye-bye.